back to a new video on my channel. If you guys want to continue watching to see how Josue and I met 4 years ago, keep watching this video. Okay guys, so we are doing a mukbang. And these are pretty like kind of weird, but I really like watching mukbangs on YouTube. We have today Wingstop. So I get hot. You got hot too?
Yeah.
Hot and a Gatorade and of course some fries. My first memory of Josue was in spring of 2015. And he didn't notice me, but I noticed him because it wasn't like in a, oh my gosh, like I'm into him kind of way at first. It was not like that at all.
He was, but she doesn't want it.
It wasn't. So what happened was my cousin Karina, she wanted to get Dosi Locos from Vallarta, and Josue used to work at Vallarta during this time. So we went to the stand where they have like the jugos, the ice creams, the Dosi Locos. So it was us and Josue was in front of us ordering a juice. The cashier asks Josue like, oh, ¿de cuál jugo quieres? Like, what juice do you want? And Josue's like thinking about it. We're just waiting for him, you know, it's a long line. And he tells the lady, ¿sabe qué? Me da uno de espinacas para ponerme como Popeye. I just remember laughing, but he didn't like turn around or anything. He literally was just laughing, and the lady laughed. He was like, okay, I'll give you the spinach juice, whatever. And my cousin and I were just laughing like, okay, this guy's so ridiculous. May of 2015. I don't remember when I saw you again after that, to be honest. I just remember that he would work in the produce section. So whenever I would go get produce, like vegetables, fruits, whatever, I would see him. Why? Me llamaste la atención. Was because Josue was very nice to everyone, guys. Like, to the customers, he was very polite, and he was just so nice, and that was just like...
It was my job.
I know, but still, I feel like you're like that naturally, even if you're not working, right? And Cynthia's graduation was June, the first week of June. And she graduated from Golden West High School, which is the same high school he went to, but I didn't know this yet. So, boo. So, when we were taking pictures with her, Josue is with his group of friends next to her. He's seen Cynthia, and he's like, oh, like, congratulations, whatever. He goes over to congratulate her, and we're like, oh my gosh, Cynthia knows him. Like, how does she know him? Like, at this point, we didn't know that they went to high school together, right? So, but he wasn't graduating. He had graduated a year before that. And so whenever...
It was actually...
2 years before that, that's right. That happened, and when Cynthia was finished, like, talking to him, I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know him? And like, she's like, oh my god, yeah, his name's Josue, he's a super nice guy, whatever. And I was like, oh, I have a name now. Josue has found this out about me, that I'm very good at like, things just fall.
She's a creeper.
Things just fall into my hands without me asking for them, and I just put 2 and 2 together. That's like, that happens to me all the time. So his name fell into my hands. I went onto Facebook, obviously, and I looked him up. And I was like, this guy is a totally wannabe hipster. I started going to Vallarta a lot more often after that. And I don't know if that's when you had like recognized me by then or not.
I started recognizing her after like a while back. Well, I mean, kind of like towards more after like graduation. It was kind of like I kept seeing her coming in more and more often.
He's like, damn, this girl must really eat a lot of vegetables all the time.
Yeah.
I believe a lot in like asking like God for signs. Like, okay, if this is a sign, this will happen. Like, I really, really do believe in that. And one day I was like so fed up. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop trying because I've been doing this for a month and it's nothing. So I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna go to Vallarta, and if he's not working there, then it's not meant to be, and I'm gonna stop trying to like even get his attention anymore, whatever. And so I went in, and he was not working. And I was like, oh, okay, like, it's not meant to me, whatever. Like, I had nothing to buy. I literally just went to buy candy because I did not know what to buy. And so I was at the cash register, and I was checking out. I was like, whatever, like, all bummed a little bit. And I see him walking, and like that with his mom. They're walking out. They're like where the panaderia was at. And you guys were walking this way. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, like, game plan back on. Like, yes, it's a sign he's here. And so I told myself, okay, when I walk out of the store, I'm just gonna smile at him. That's it. I'm just gonna smile at him, walk away, whatever. But so when I walked out, I did just what I had told myself I was gonna do. So he was standing outside, they were talking, and I just walked past him and I smiled at him. I was like, okay, there.
Well, so basically I smiled back to her, you know. Then, like I said, I started noticing her more. And
Cha-ching!
I mean, of course, she would have to stalk me first. I don't know, so many months. Well, yeah, that's a lot. Anyways, so I start asking around, you know, because one of my coworkers knew her brother. So I was just asking around, you know, who she was or, you know, what's her name or whatever. And not really putting too much attention into it until we went
until the mango one?
Oh, yeah.
So my uncle had sent Jackie to buy like the carteras de mango. He wanted the entire cartera, but he wanted to know the price first. And Jackie purposely went up to Josue because I was with her. So she was like, we're going to purposely go up to him. And she had him take out the whole cartera de mangos. It was pretty heavy, you know. He was just carrying it there. Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
He was here holding the cartera of mangos. And Jackie calls my uncle, and my uncle at the end is like, yeah, no, I don't want them anymore. And I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing. Like, poor guy. Like, he's just holding the cartera de mango.
So basically, I ended up had to put him all the way back. And he was not just one. He was like 4 boxes. He wasn't one. Which, I mean, I didn't really mind. It was cool. I didn't. So...
yeah, but that's when I noticed that he had green eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, dude, I was like, he's such a nice person, and he has these beautiful eyes. So we were at a soccer game, and it was Rosa, Carlos, Jessica, and me. It was halftime, and we decided to go to Vallarta to get corn. So I told my brother, like, oh look, that's the guy that I stalk all the time. Vallarta, like, that's him. Like, and my brother's like, really? So he's like, he kept this in mind, right? But before this, my cousin Jackie, that same exact day, she had seen Josue get out of his car, so she knew where it was parked. And she had told my friends this, okay? And I didn't think anything of it. So, we are at Vallarta. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask him for something. I'm gonna ask him for cilantro, because I already knew they didn't have cilantro, so that would start a conversation, you know? So, I remember that he had gone to the back, and my brother's like, dude, hurry, halftime's gonna start. I mean, second half's gonna start already. We have to hurry. And I was like, oh my god, he's still in the back. Like, what do I do? Like, I'm just gonna wait here, you know, until he comes out. And one of his coworkers was just like this, and like just staring. And I was like, oh gosh, like he knows I need help, so like he's obviously gonna be like asking me like, do you need help? But I don't want him to help me, you know. And so I remember like he comes up to me and he's like, oh, like what do you need? You need something? And I was like, oh, like do you guys have cilantro? Because like, oh, whatever, you know. He's like, no, he told me what I already knew. And just when he had told me that, when I was talking to his coworker, Josue came out, and I just remember like you walked past us and you were staring, and I already looked back at you, but your coworker was talking to you, and I was like, Tyler, like it was only a few seconds away. My friend Rosa had parked her car kind of far from Vallarta parking lot, like in the middle, kind of. And Josue's car was parked 2 aisles down. So what my brother, Carlos, and Jessica did, they wrote a little paper, like a receipts that you get from the tacos, pickups. And they wrote my number down without me saying that was okay. They wrote my number down, and on the back they wrote "Acomodas muy bien las verduras." And they ran to his car, put it in his window, because Jessica already knew what kind of car he drove. I was like pretty upset, like I wanted to cry, I was mad, I was like, dude, this is so embarrassing, like what's he gonna think of me? Like he's gonna think like, I don't know.
I think all bad things about it.
My friend Rosa had gone to high school with Josue too.
Yeah.
So I could stalk him a little bit more. She had followed him on Instagram.
Telling you, damn.
She had followed him on Instagram for me. Night when I got to my house, I was pretty upset because they had done that, you know. So I told Rosa like, hey, can you just message him and tell him that was not me, because that's not me. I feel so embarrassed. Like I don't want him to think that of me. I messaged him and told him like, oh, hey, like Fatima's really embarrassed. Like it wasn't her, it was her brother and our friend. Like whatever. And I think Josue, his phone hadn't been working.
Yeah.
Or it was like
my phone kind of broke, like
sure.
The screen kind of.
I don't believe that anymore.
Okay. And I had to send it back to the company to fix it. Just was using my iPod, I think, and I mean, I just messaged her. I just
you told Rose like, oh, I'll message her as soon as I get my phone.
Yeah. Basically, I was like, oh yeah, cool, no worries, and whenever, you know. It was like, I don't have my phone right now, but as soon as I get my phone, I'll text her.
I was in Vegas with my cousin Cynthia. We're babysitting my little cousins, and I were just laying down in the hotel room, and like he texted me, he's like, hey, is this Fatima or something like that? And I was like, yeah, who's this? He was like, hey, it's Josue from Vallarta. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like he texted me. I still remember that. And Cynthia was like so happy because she knew host's wedding and she knew what kind of person he was, so she was very excited for me. A week later, we went on our first date. We went to Starbucks downtown.
Yeah.
That was our first date.
That was our first date.
And that's how it happened. That's how it all went down. Then he asked me out like a month and a half afterwards. Almost a month and a half afterwards. That's when I said yes. And he asked my parents. And then
yeah, then I asked her parents. Kind of let them know, you know, if it was fine with them or whatever.
oh,
And
cute.
then yeah, here we are, almost 4 years together.
I know. It's gonna be 4 years. September 16th. It's right around the corner.
Yeah, it really is.
That's crazy.
Time flies.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Comment below what you guys thought, how you guys have met your significant others, if you guys can relate to this whatsoever. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!